as usual. Again, sitting at the front edge of your chair, finding that vertical axis, vertical pillar, crown of head, perineum, base, that little space right in between there on the pelvic floor, aligning those 2 points, chin slightly down, crown is up. And then just relaxing the body, letting there be a downward settling through the body, under the chair, under the feet. And as you allow that softness through the body, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. We'll just take maybe 10 or 12 of these breaths. Range of motion. We can think of range of motion in an obvious way, right? The range of an arm, but we also want to think of it in terms of the breathing, range of motion. So try to expand the range of motion when you inhale, expanding, lifting, opening, have a change through your shape. And then your exhale, empty that breath, and there should be a change, this sort of shrinking in, settling in, closing quality throughout the body. And then again, inhale and get that change through the whole body, expand. And then exhaling, everything settling, closing. So just take that for another 8 or so breath cycles. All the way to empty, all the way to full. Now, on your next inhale, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the body, look up to the sky. And then slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow the chest, drop your head, round your back. I'm going to do that a few more times. Inhale, sliding hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, arching, looking up. And exhale. So just that idea that I've mentioned of shape shifting, changing shape. So we're trying to unlock the body from its stagnant status, stagnant sort of prison-like quality. We need to go all the way to one shape and then all the way to the other shape, round, drop the head, and then all the way, arching, all the way. Right, and then after having moved all the way through these ranges, what that also does is allow us to find a more comfortable, natural neutral. So come back to your neutral. Then left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn shoulders, turn head, rotate, looking over your shoulder to the right. twisting, and then back to center and twist to the left. Just like any machine or any vehicle, it's made up of parts. Those parts come together and create mechanisms, functional mechanisms. The human body is one of the most intricate and interesting and amazing vehicles in nature. Right? They're even trying to make robots, right? They're trying to remake the human body. They're having a very difficult time getting it to have anywhere near the function that this human body potentially has, right? And so again, as we age, we often lose those movement pathways, we lose those mechanisms, lose that capacity. Let's come back to middle. And so this whole series that we do is really built to go to the infrastructural level and kickstart that underlying capacity that our human body has, and then we build on top of that more complicated and nuanced movement. But again, here we go. We tip to the right and lean. So we have to be able to not be stuck in the lateral direction as well. So this plane of movement, side to side. So we're shifting the weight to right buttocks, side bending, letting the head fall a little sideways, and then coming up to the top and tipping. So these mechanisms that help us do side bending, side leaning, weight changing side to side, and back to middle. The very important mechanism of the scapula. The scapula go up and down. They also squeeze back, rest in neutral, and spread apart. Now, from the spread apart position, lift up. While lifted, squeeze back. While squeezed back, slide down. Rest in neutral. Do it again. Forward and up. Back and down. Neutral. So this is, like I was saying, this is one of the parts that we're built with that's supposed to be able to do many different things, the shoulder blades. But often they've lost that function. So we're jump starting the function of the scapula, which is actually the root of the arm. That's where the intricate movements of the arm have to originate, in the scapula, with the scapula. Reverse, back and up, forward and down. So the scapula are squeezing back and lifting, spreading apart, come over top, down. Couple more. Again, the beneficial result is that after you've cleared out all the junk, you can just let go of your arms and shoulders completely, and they just hang perfectly by your side, and they have this looseness, this almost like an octopus tentacle looseness. Now we've loosened this junction here. Let's take it another level. Step the feet together, fold from the hips, and float your arms forward but not up. So notice that I'm extending. You want to extend but not lift. So extend and then sweep out, and then tip back and circle the arms around and in behind you. So we're going to repeat that. Bring them in close to the body, forward, go out, around and in. So another functional movement of this mechanism of the arm, shoulder, chest. Now let's go up, out, palms face forward, slide down, neutral, forward, together, and up, big open, down, forward and up to chest level. We call that the middle, right? We had low, middle, and now we're going to go high. So bring them together. Keep them together the whole way. And then open, come down. Neutral. Under, forward, and up. Keep going up. Open. One more. And neutral. Now, low, middle, and high, but in the reverse. So we go back, out, tip forward, hands come around, forward, and in. So be able to discern low, middle, and high. Out, around, and in. By staying low, we're working on the capacity for this mechanism to extend or expand. They call it fang song, to soften into length. And then return. Now we want to keep that softening into length and lift them up. So we're still creating that space. And then tip forward, come across, hands together, down. Let them separate as you go to neutral. And then back, soften into length, keep that length. Close, down. Let's do that one more time. Out, up, close, down. And then we go for the full range, out. Keep that length all the way to the fingertips as you go up and over top towards the front with a closed position, hands together. Separate so they go to neutral, and then open, soften into length, out. Keep that length the whole way. Over top, down, way out in front. Let's do one more. Soften into length. Out, up and over. Now we're just going to keep going. Feet at hip distance. Bend your elbows. Bend your elbows and flare those elbows. So notice I've just brought my hands in close. Flare them out and up. Now this movement right here, noticing this doesn't require more strength. It just requires actually softness here that allows the internal rotation. And then down, in, touch the elbows together. Down, flare out, up, down, in. One more. Now, second move in this set, elbows back, elbows down, forward, up, just as up as you can, right? But just so you can see, when my elbows go up, my hands end up going down my back, like I'm trying to scratch my back. And then elbows forward, down, back, down, forward, up, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, right? So we're just jump starting, kick starting these mechanisms that can go dormant in the body, down, forward, and up. And that's what we're doing. We're just taking a trip through the vehicle, elbows down, elbows out. Now left hand higher, right hand lower, cross. Wrap your hands around your body, and then elbows straight out to the side. Out. Then right hand high, left hand low, cross. Wrap around. Elbows out. Left hand high, right hand low, cross. elbows out. Right hand high, left hand low. Cross. Bring elbows down and bring forearms out in front of you, palms facing up. Now, just the forearms. Palms turn down and up. Down and up. It's in here, in this portion of the body, that's where this movement happens. So there's not really anything happening in the wrist. There shouldn't be. It should just be forearm. And when you find that precision, then you can speed this movement up a little bit. And keep speeding it up. Eventually even taking it this fast. But you notice I'm not rushing. It's just relaxed. It's loose. And that movement's really excellent for carpal tunnel, arthritic pain, and just that tension in the hands. This shaking loose. Now, palms face up. Keep the elbows close to the body. Hands go out. Right? And you notice the elbow joint isn't changing, right? I'm not like cranking my arm out. So something is changing. It's up inside here and in the back there. So open and then back to neutral, right? Still changing from here. And then still from here, elbows out and around. So make this shape where there's a sort of hollowing in the front. So look at my elbows here. Look how far in front of the body they can go. And you see the back, how it induces that movement or that shape. And then neutral, and then hands out, and the opposite shape. There's a sort of bulging, you could say, through here, what they call unfolding and opening. And then neutral, and then elbows out and around, and that creates folding and closing through the torso. So let's see if we can get that to be fluid. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows. Make sure the elbows lead the movement. Inhale. Exhale. So James, notice how much my arms are changing. Notice how my hands are really moving. So it looks like you're kind of holding like this. So open, 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 way open. Neutral. And then elbows. Make sure those elbows come out. You see how much movement I'm creating. Out and around. All right. Now back to this open position. Step your feet wide apart. Left hand up. Way over top. Down. Then left hand up. Way over top. It's called top and bottom open. Top closes. Bottom remains open. Top and bottom open. Top closes. Bottom remains open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now both up, cross, turn the palms down, let the arms fall between the legs and separate. Let them just hang loose. Then cross, lift, open, arms down, out to the side. And then up, over top, other wrist on top, palms face down, arms fall down between the legs and separate. Cross, lift, separate, and down. few more. Eventually, we want that to have flow. So it's all the way up and over. They cross, come down, release. Cross. And this is doing more than just something you might think of in the arms. It's that open, close, folding, unfolding thing in the torso. When you're here and you release, the body is closed, folded. And then when you're here, this area is opened, unfolded. Let's do two more. Close, fold. Open, unfold. Close, fold. Open, unfold. And neutral. Legs back to neutral, arms to neutral. So what we're doing, the whole, everything from the Tai Chi to the Qigong to the joint mobilization is combat. We're combating stagnation, being stuck, buffering, sort of brain getting sort of stuck and not able to move. So every single one of these things we're doing is just systematically trying to move mechanisms, right? Whether you have Parkinson's or you're just a human being who's aging, we all have the same issue of the brain and the body sort of losing that internet connection, areas that are injured or we just don't use them as much, they get stagnant. So let's keep flowing here. The hands face up, bend. So see how much bend is at the wrist joint. Little, not so much at the fingers, right? A lot of times people do that. Wrist, really fold at that joint. Roll it through, point forward. Turn the palms up. Again, wrist. Make sure it's the wrist that bends. A lot of times people do elbow. So they're bending the elbow and now they've gotten in their own way. So the hands, the forearm stays out. The wrist is what we're trying to move here. Turn the palms up. Fold. Circle through. Point forward. Turn palms up. Fold. Circle. Reverse. Under, fold, come through, up over the top, lay the palms out, turn the palms down, under and through, up over top, turn the palms, circle, circle, circle. Palms face forward, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread. Now spread, claw to a fist, all the way to a fist. And then open, claw to a fist, open, claw to a fist, open. One more. Open. Thumb touch pinky, other three fingers touch, bird beak, and back. Bird beak, back. Bird beak, back. One more. Loose and release. Now scoot back a little bit on your chair. Let's load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down. Full use of the mechanism. All the way loaded, all the way unloaded, all the way reloaded, down. Full use of the foot and ankle. Point and flex. Tilt the foot a little, in, tilt out, called inversion and eversion. Circles, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. Switch feet, point and flex. Tilt the foot a little in, tilt out. Invert and evert. Circles, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. And down. Scoop the front edge of your chair. Leg rotation. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance. Lift the toes and balls of the feet off the ground. Turn on the heels. Knees and toes point in. And then knees and toes point out. Internal rotation into the hip space. External rotation. Internal. External. Internal. External. Neutral. Now the balls of the feet stay down, the heels come in as the knees open out. Then the heels go out as the knees fall in. The heels come in. The heels go out, the knees fall in. Internal rotation. External rotation. Up in the hip. And neutral. From that same hip joint space, forward fold. Deep fold at the hips. Sit up vertical, just moving from the hips. Sit back. Now let's add to that. Sit vertical, place your hands on your legs. As you fold forward, turn your fingers in, your elbows flare out, internally rotating in the shoulders, and then fold at your hips all the way down into that space there. And sit up tall. As you sit up, turn your arms to neutral, lean back. Sit vertical, and again, turn the fingers in, the elbows out, and drop all the way in between there, into that space. And then sit up, tip back, two more like that, up, turn, drop down into that space. Remember, it's all about mechanisms. Every vehicle's built with certain mechanisms. The human body happens to be top tier in terms of its capacity for varied usage. Right? We can do a little bit of everything. Now let's go wider. Same basic idea, but with a wide stance gives us a little different space to explore. The dragon takes a bow. So fingers point in, elbows flare around. Right? You see this arm position here. Drop down into that space. You get a little more room to drop in. And then sit vertical all the way up. Turn your arms to neutral, tip back. All from the hips, right? Sit up from the hips. As you fold forward from the hips, turn fingers in, elbows flare out and around. Drop in that space. Sitting up. Tipping back. Two more. The dragon takes a bow. Sitting up. Tipping back. Again, the dragon takes a bow. All the way up. The dragon stirs the sea with its tail. So tipped back, Start by tipping a little to the right, leaning a little to the right. Start folding like you're going to bring your chest to your right knee. As you do that, turn on the hands, the elbows flare out. So look at the elbows here, the dragon arm position. Now drop down into that space and sweep across over to the left side. Stay on the left as you tip back. The arms go to neutral or straight. We come around and you do it again. So over to the right, as you bow to the right, turn on the fingers, the elbows flare, drop down into that space. Sweep over to the left side. Stay to the left, come back and up and around. Your head even leaning back a little. And then over to the right, dropping down, elbows flare. So that's that dragon arm position every time we go down. Oh, around. One more time. Elbows, hands, drop into that space. Over to the left. Back. Reverse. Over to your left. Turn the fingers in, elbows out, drop in that space. Stay to the right as you come back and around. Over to the left, turn the fingers in, elbows flare out, drop through. Right? Mechanisms that go dormant, that we're kickstarting. Spiral, circular movements. One more. And all the way back. Find neutral, find the middle, bring your feet back to hip distance. Sit up tall. Float your arms down. And then wings. Turn your palms up. Reach the rest of the way up. Lift the chest a little and look up at the ceiling. Reach your right hand higher than your left. Reach. And then relax that shoulder blade and reach the left arm higher than the right. And then relax that shoulder. And then other arm. Reach. And notice when I'm doing this, I'm not bringing my arm down like this, right? I'm not going like this. This isn't the exercise. The exercise is the arms are fully extended, and then I'm getting just that little extra movement. And that's coming from the scapula, which then makes a change through the whole body. So it's really important that for this particular exercise, you're not bending the elbow. Reaching and reaching, reaching, and reaching. And then reach both at the same time. Reach that little extra bit higher, higher. Look up at the ceiling. Reach. And then open the arms out to the side as slow as you can. Float the wings. Float them down. Soft. Let me relax. All the way. Hands on your thighs. Chin down. Head down. And then drop the neck more forward. So really let yourself go all the way to the edge of that range. And then on the way up, start by bringing the neck first. So the chin stays sort of tucking, but you bring your neck up. And then once the neck is back, then lift the chin and go the rest of the way with the head. Now on the way down, start with the head. So tucking the chin down. And then go with the neck down. And then starting with the neck on the way up. Neck, back, and up. Followed by the chin going up the head. And then head first, chin down, followed by neck. Then the neck first on the way up, followed by the head. One more time. Head first, followed by neck. Neck first on the way up, followed by the head way back. And then keep your neck back. Just bring the chin down. And that will be more close to where you actually want your neck. So bring your head back to looking straight ahead of you. Bring your head down, chin down, head level. And then we're going to turn. So you notice my head is no longer back at all. I brought the chin down. The head is straight ahead. Now turn to the right. Middle. Turn to the left. Middle. Turn to the right. Middle. Turn to the left. Middle. A few more. Turn. 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 Back to middle. Kind of a weird one at first. Chin forward. Then back. And then way back. Way back. Middle. Forward. Middle. Back. And it's all being led from the skull here. So the chin jutting forward causes change through the whole spinal column. You got to allow that to happen. When you bring your head back and get it in better position, changes the spinal column. When you go way back, changes the spinal column as well. So you have to allow a softness through the spine so that you can let your head lead this movement. Now find the middle. We go side, middle, other side. Middle, side. Middle, side. One more each. Back to middle. Now, important, small to large. So a little tip to your right, chin up, take the head back. A little tip to your left, chin down, head goes forward. And we go around again, circle. Right, and then back, left, and then forward. Next one even larger. Right, and then back, left, and then forward. If you hear those little sand, gravel sounds, or you hear Rice Krispies popping, that's good. Don't be afraid of that. That's your connective tissue unbuckling. That's the sort of juice feeding into those little spaces. Couple more, start to make them your, whatever your largest range will be. Circle. Round. Last one, let this one be your last largest circle. Hang your head right in front, let it dangle there. Then, like a string is tied to the crown of the head, the string pulls your head up, 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 up. And now you're back to neutral. Let's go the other way. Tip the head to the left and then back, right, and then forward. Left and back, right and forward, circling in that direction, small to larger and larger progression. Roll. About 3 or 4 more, starting to get near your largest range, whatever you're going to explore today. Last one, all the way around. And just hang your head right in front of you there. And then that string draws the head up. Now, hang your arms alongside you. Float your arms up in front. And then drop, swing them back and back up to the top. And we do it again. Swing, swing up. Swing, swing up. Swing, swing up. Release. Release. Try to have them even with each other. Swing, swing up. Swing, swing up. Now just drop them and swing them and let them come to stillness. Drop. And so they come to stillness on their own. You can see mine. I'm not grabbing my arms. They just come to stillness by themselves. That's the level of release we want to have. Right arm forward, left arm back. Swing, 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 swing. Let this slightly turn your middle pivot, middle of your body. And then release them and let them come to stillness on their own. Slide both of your feet back a little bit. Fold at your hips. Arms are loose and dangling. Pour the weight forward out of your chair. Push through the earth and rise all the way tall. And then hip hinge. Sink the buttocks. That's what bends the knees. Find the chair. Commit to the chair. Again, pour the weight forward, folding, rising, and then fold, sink, land. Again. Now, don't sit in your chair. Be as loose as you can. Fold, sink, dangle your arms down, maybe touch the toes or the floor, and then push through the earth and rise. And then add to this hips forward. So this shape, this is a shape the body should be able to make. Hips are forward, my back is round, and then middle. Hips back, sink, rise, hips forward, middle, sink, middle, forward, and settle to the middle. Tai Chi. Loose and relaxed everything. Rising hand. Fluid change. Sink. Important couple of subtleties on the way up. The wrists are relaxed. The arms are sort of, I'm exaggerating, but they're kind of like this, internally rotated. So on the way up, allow for this internal rotation. And then on the way down, all of that changes before coming down. So the arms are in a totally different shape here. They're somewhat externally rotated. And then again, they change. So they're kind of internally rotated. Again, I'm exaggerating to show the mechanism. We want it a little more subtle than that. But feel free to exaggerate it yourself in the beginning to feel it, to find of that shape, and then change. One more. Now the hands come down, scoop right in front, wings open. There's that change from the shoulder blade through the arm, through the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, palm, all the way to the fingers, sweep. Then that change from here all the way to here. From this to this, open. And then from here all the way to the fingertip, change. Again. Wing roll fold, wing. Roll palms up, fold at the elbow. Sink. Release. Wing. Roll. Fold. Sink. Wing. Roll. Fold. Sink. Now, backs of hands touch, come up close to the body, palms face forward, go out over top, palms eventually face out and then down. So we're out at the wing position, and then sweep the wings down. Internally rotate, backs of hands touch, come up, and then palms face forward, then out, then down. Backs of hands face up. Now. Embrace the moon, using all three of those exercises. Over the top with the right hand as the left hand sweeps like a wing under. Magnets attract. Magnets repel. Over top and out with the right arm as the left arm wings, and then roll, fold. Over and under. Two magnets attract. Repel. Out to the wings. Now both arms down. Up to chest level, elbows pull back. Turn your palms. Push. All the way to the end. Hands come around the back side. Draw. Turn the hands. Push. Turn the hands. Draw. Turn the hands. Push. Turn the hands. Draw. One more. Left hand, push. Let that turn your body a little bit. Now, simultaneous hand orientation change, and then push and draw, let your body turn a little bit. Simultaneous hand orientation change, push and draw. Simultaneous orientation change, push and draw. Orientation change, push and draw. Change, push, draw. Change, push, draw. Both hands back, down, release. Change all your weight to your right leg. all your weight to your left leg. See if you can get that change of weight to happen as if it's underground. Notice that I'm not leaning for this. So the vertical pillar, we keep a verticality. Doesn't mean we're holding it straight, still relaxed, but there's a quality of zhongjang, or central upright. And then remember that turning pivot. Shift to the right and turn a little. Stay turned to the right as you shift left, and then turn a little. Shift and turn. Now start to get your bear paws involved. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. The bear, washing its paws in the stream, naturally becomes the bear swirls the stream. This hand stays low, but goes right far away from the body. Ow. Comes in close, and the other hand goes far away. Comes in, then far away. Don't lose track of either hand. So while the one is swirling the stream, this one is still brush knee. And then this comes in close, and it's brush knee as the other one swirls the stream. Now the bear swats the low jumping fish. Bring the hand up around belly level. So we want to be very nuanced. Can we change, make small, precise changes? Belly level, so the low jumping fish. Middle jumping fish, come around chest level. All the time, the hand that's going down and brushing knee, that's staying the same. So that's always the same level. What's changing is this other hand. Higher jumping fish, right around face level. Shift and turn. So now your high hand should be around face level. And then we go, the bear scrapes the sky, reach up, straightening the body, come all the way over top. And then as that arm comes down, the other arm starts floating up. The body sinks a little, and then we're rising, working on being able to reach to the highest place in space and yet not uproot ourselves from the ground, so we don't feel like we have pulled ourselves off the ground. So by being relaxed, we can do both the sinking quality and this rising quality, as long as we keep the softness through the legs and the feet, because the feet can stay glued to the ground, and yet we get all this change in capacity, right? This ability to breathe. Now, stay in your left leg, left arm, wing, roll, fold. We're ready to go. Shift, turn, brush, knee, and push. This extend, 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 extend. When it reaches the end of its push, it starts to come down. The right arm floats up, wings, rolls, and folds. Now we're ready to go. Shifting, turning, brush, knee, and that right arm is loaded, and now we unload. Ugh. At the end of its push, it starts coming down as the left arm wings, rolls, and folds. Now we're going shift, turn, brush, knee, and wing, roll, fold, stored, and then we're ready to go. Low, cross, full extend, wing, roll, fold, and we're ready to go. One more. Now, pause here. Right foot should be a little bit empty because you're here in your left leg. So bring your right foot back a bit, toes turned out, just a little bit. Change your weight into that right leg, right hand down, bend left elbow point to the sky, right? And then bring your left foot out to touch the floor in front with zero weight. Bring your left foot back, heels touching, toes turned out. Put all your weight into your left leg, left hand down, right elbow bend, right foot should be empty, touch. Bring the right foot back, heels touching. Change the weight to that right leg. Right hand down, left elbow bend, left foot floats in front, touch. Now we add a challenge. As you bring your left foot back, turn left palm forward, right palm in. So the brain has to coordinate that. Then as you change your weight, left hand is going down, right elbow bend, fingers coming up, the foot arrives. As you bring right foot back, turn right palm forward. Your left hand should be down low, the left palm turns in, and then they're ready to exchange places as you change the weight and touch the toe. Now step your left foot back, turn your left palm forward, right palm in, change, touch the toe. Step the right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, change. One more of each. So the brain having to coordinate foot and palms and then change position. Foot and palm, change position. Now stay with your weight in your right leg, left leg empty. Either just pick the toe up and put it back down. That's level 1. Level 2 is a little bend to the knee and back down. Level 3 would be higher, higher, possibly eventually all the way to the full lift and back down. So whatever your level of lift it a little and then down, so that you're not lifting and holding on for dear life. You're working on lift and then you're back to a comfortable position. Lift, back to comfortable position, lift, and down. Now bring that left foot back, left palm forward, right palm in, change sides. Left hand down, right hand up, right foot in front, empty. Level 1 again would just be disconnect the toe, put the toe back down. Disconnect, down. Level 2 would be knee, small lift, or level 3, full, somewhere in that range. So it's working on 100 mountain, cloud. Middle pivot, central pillar, relaxation, right? Let's do that again on the other side. Bring the right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, change. And again, we go level 1 or 2 or 3, lift, touch, lift, touch. Try to relax. Touch. This would be a fine time to have a hand on a countertop and just be working this movement, or hand on a chair or something. Switch. Change. Left hand down, right hand up, right foot in front, and then your lift and touch. Lift, touch. The golden rooster stands on one leg and down. Now, both hands down, step your feet parallel. We finish with what's called sink chi wash organs, which is a gesture that flushes all the channels and gets us ready to close the practice. So first thing you do is you just rock a very little bit into your heels, open, lift. Rock to your toes, sweep around, reach out in front, palms face up. Palms face up. Rock to your heels, fold at your elbows and bring the hands as if you're bringing in the mouth, past the mouth, and then settle to the middle of your feet. Your hands settle down to your belly. And then a couple important things happen. The hips go back. The elbows flare a little forward, right? We did this movement earlier. Notice what that changes. So from here, we can't really squat down. But all we do is we make this little change, and now the mechanism of the body can sit, and we can release those arms so the chest is kind of hollow, the back is open. See how my back is kind of monkey shape, open. And then push through the earth and rise back to neutral. Once again, rock to the heels a little, open and lift. So there's this shape. Rock to your toes a little, sweep around, palms face up. Softly rock to the heels, soft elbows, hands coming as if bringing in the mouth, past the mouth, down the central channel to the belly. And then it's hips a little bit back, elbows a little bit forward, hollow the front, open the back, and then sink and release everything out of the body, or as much as you can. And then like a spring just coming back to its natural position. We do one more. Rock, open, and lift. Rock forward, sweep around. Palms face up. Rock back, bringing in the upper, past the mouth. Trace the central channel to the middle, and then hips back, elbows forward, hollow the front, open the back. When you sink, make sure you let go of those arms completely. Sink and let them hang. And then when you come back up, they're just loose as butter. And then we close the whole practice. Wing, roll, hold. Settle to the belly. Seal the practice. Take one palm on top of the belly button, other hand on top. 3 breaths of nothing, just what they call Wu Ji, no activity, 0. Let the chi settle and consolidate. Let the mind clear and quiet. And closing hand position. Grab one thumb. Fold the hand over so it makes a sort of yin-yang looking symbol. So you can just seal like that. And then bow. Thank you so much, everybody. Great job. Any questions of any kind, feel free to unmute. And not just questions too. Sometimes, insights that you have throughout the practice can be super valuable to the community of people saying, I noticed X, Y, and Z. I noticed something, right? So anything at all?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Sue. Thanks, John.
Start the weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend.